I don't want to waste time in a lesson trying to figure out what a kid is doing wrong just to find out that it's the instrument that's doing something wrong. Hi, my name is Merritt Biddix, and I'm an altus artist, and I'm also a Suzuki flute teacher trainer. In order to be a Suzuki flute teacher trainer, I've had to teach many, many, many young flutists. One of the issues that we have teaching young flutists is that their arms just are not as long as ours. They cannot hold a flute with a straight head joint the way we can. They end up looking like this. Does it feel like a weird stretch to you right now? Yeah. Some of you may have even seen YouTube videos of young kids on straight head joints and their hands look like this. Hands of almost any size can play a regular flute body. It's just the length of the arms that's the issue. So our only solution had been to take a curved head joint and put it on a straight-bodied flute. That brings the hands in. However, with the curved head joint, there creates sort of two problems. The first one is just the sense of balance. Most kids are able to figure it out, but particularly in the beginning, it can be very awkward. The face, the embouchure, is on a different plane than the hands. And when we play a straight flute, you can see that they're in the same plane. So what Jupiter did a few years ago, they came up with what they call the Waveline solution. Rather than having the curved head joint bring the embouchure up and closer this way, it keeps the lip plate in line with the keys and brings the hands in closer. But also when the student picks up the flute and brings it to their face, their embouchure will stay in the same plane as their hands, thus eliminating any of the issues with balance that the curved head joint used to present. When you first started playing the curved head joint flute, how did you feel about the balance on it? Was it a little bit wobbly when you first started playing on it?
It was hard to play the C because I could not find the right balance for it.
You want to just go for it?
Whoa.
Does that feel more comfortable to you now? Yeah.
With the curved head joint, it was like there was a lot of weight on this one part because it curved up. And so sometimes it was hard to keep my balance without my flute kind of just tilting one way. I think I like the Waveline flute better. It feels more balanced.
One thing I've noticed about these Wavelines is that this B key, the first key here, is totally solid, much in the same way as the same key is on my altus flute. Many student flute makers like to make that key hollow. And when that key is hollow, it means it bends easier. When it bends easier, that means the whole mechanism can go out of adjustment. We all know that even the most careful kids can be a little bit hard on instruments sometimes. So having a solid key is a real bonus for me, both as a parent and as a teacher. And this probably seems really minor, but the pinky key is actually really light. I often have students come in with student flutes, and you need a pinky of steel just to press that silly key down. And what it really does is it means that the kids often just develop the habit of not putting their pinky down at all. It has a very light mechanism. It actually feels very similar to my altus pinky. The last thing that I wanted to mention, the Jupiter scale, it's the same scale that Jupiter uses throughout its line, which is the same scale on my altus flute. So these flutes play very, very well in tune. When the time comes, when their arms are long enough, there is a conversion kit that has a barrel and allows for a straight head joint. So when your flutist does get a little bit taller and have longer arms, this flute will grow with them. As a teacher, I love working with Jupiter Waveline Flutes in my studio because they are reliable, they promote a healthy way of playing for even the smallest flutists, and when those small flutists grow to be big flutists, the Jupiter Waveline grows with them.